Hello, and welcome to Session 2, Strand 1 Deep Dive on Building Resilience at the Classroom Level. My name is Christine Grafe, and I teach 5th and 6th grade art in College Station, Texas. And today I want to talk to you about the importance of reconnecting and re-engaging with our students in the classroom through art. As we began to transition from virtual learning to either a hybrid or in-person model of instruction, in what ways were we forced to re-examine our methods for reconnecting with our students? How have changes in our instructional models impacted our classroom environment and our levels of resilience? Some questions we might ask are, what impact have COVID protocols such as social distancing and sanitizing of materials and surfaces impacted our classroom environment? How have the current social and political climate impacted our classroom environment? And in what ways have students used the making of art to deal with and address those issues they see in the world around them? For me personally, it's been extremely important to bring some sense of normalcy back into my art classroom. As students began coming back to school this year, I felt driven to find ways to incorporate traditional media into my lessons to keep students engaged while also keeping them safe. I've been extremely fortunate to have had only in-person instruction in my classroom this past year. And while that presented its own unique set of challenges, especially when it came to the use of materials, it also afforded me the opportunity to more fully reconnect with my students and to keep them engaged in the lessons themselves. As art teachers, we know from experience that the transformative power of making art gives our students a unique advantage. While talking with my father a few days ago, we struck up an interesting conversation about how he felt we had given our students a great disservice by keeping them out of the classroom during the pandemic. He also commented how he felt that children's experiences and interactions in fine arts programs has a profound effect on their development, both mentally and emotionally. While he wasn't going to get any argument out of me for sure, it does bring home the point that children's experiences in the arts really does make a difference in the lives of our students. How do we know this is true? Well, I can certainly attest to the amount of creative growth that I see in my students from the beginning of a semester to the end. But don't take my word for it. A few days ago, I gave my students the classroom iPads, and I asked them to interview each other with this question prompt. How has being in art class this year made your experience at Cypress Grove better? Let's see what the students had to say.
It makes me feel more creative and outgoing. It definitely boosts my confidence, and it shows me like all the hard work things that I do matters.
I find it very gratifying to know that this student's confidence and resilience was given a boost by being in art class. Here's yet another.
So when I was in art, I really never thought I was going to do great until Ms. Grafe helped me with everything. Without her, I would be bad at art, but now art is my favorite period in school.
Isn't building confidence a big part of building resilience? I realize as the art teacher, Part of my job involves giving guidance to my students, but I believe the real power comes in giving students the opportunity to create, to make mistakes, and then learn from them.
It has made my year better, my experience here as being a fifth grader better, because I know when I come to school that I'm going to be able to see her and say hi and just have really fun in my art class, because the opportunities that she gives us to have a wonderful day and having wonderful art that we love to do.
Doesn't a big part of reconnecting with our students deal with building those positive experiences and relationships so that students look forward to coming to our class each day?
My favorite project in art class would definitely be paper mache, because I got to make whatever I pleased and express how I feel on the inside.
I could not have possibly scripted that any better. I'm sure glad I decided to keep paper mache in my curriculum this year. It obviously made a difference for this student.
And and she's just a really nice teacher. She lets us do like crazy things, just paper mache, a lot of projects and everything. And if the room's not messy, then it's not art. And if you don't get messy in the room, then you gotta do something, because if it's messy, then you're having art. Miss Grace lets us get messy. She is the funnest.
You heard it. It's official. I am the funnest. Yes, I do let my students get messy, and they've heard me say on more than one occasion, if we're not making a mess in the art room, we're not doing our job. After all, life is messy, right? We might as well get used to it. When we strive to create an environment which allows our students to explore media, create from the heart, and build their creative thinking and skills, and even be a little silly at times, we build an atmosphere of acceptance where we can more fully connect with our students, build relationships of trust, and allow them to truly shine. We can become the wind beneath their wings, allowing their spirits to soar and their ideas to take flight.